Sorry, but let me just get set up here. Let's do Firebase Z again. I like this map, and I'm sorry about the last stream. I had a phone call and then had to get off without telling everybody, but I actually ended up getting to round 36, and then I had to exfil because I didn't know the rest of the Easter egg, but hopefully this time will go better. Hopefully I can finish the rest of the Easter egg, and yeah, let's discuss the Buffalo Sabres. Because once again, not to sound like a broken record, they have lost their 7th straight game overall. They have lost their 3rd straight game against the New York Islanders by the same exact score, 5-2. And it's starting to get a little insane. I'd really, really, really genuinely like to know if there is a Sabres fan, if there's a Sabres fan, someone in the administration that genuinely believes that Ralph Krueger is still the long-term solution in Buffalo. Because I'd love to hear from someone so I can tell them how fucking senile and insane they are. How many times do we need to show you? How many times? The proof is right there in front of us. How many times do you guys need proof to see what a terrible and awful coach he is? Like, the third line, they finally put Okposo on the third line. Still, I still don't think he should be playing. The Sabres. Okay, so Tobias Reeder, Cody Eakin, who I'm convinced is the worst player in the NHL, and Kyle Okposo, who, yeah, he's in that same boat. Those three players had one shift in 13 minutes in the third period, and that was during that span was when the Sabres scored their 2 goals. But that's the one line that Krueger is convinced is good and doesn't want to change ever, even though statistically that third line is the worst line in the NHL. Not just worst third line, not worst fourth line. Compare every single line from every single team. That line is the worst line in hockey, but he is insistent on keeping that line together. Why, in God's name? How in God's name does that make any sense? I'd genuinely really like to know. And another thing I'd like to know is, why do I put myself through this torture every single goddamn day? Because I'm just sounding like a broken record until they finally fire their coach. It's getting really, really tired. I'm getting really tired of it. It's really, really, really just sickening. It's so sad. Well, let me go over this game first of all. So, first period, scoreless. You know, whatever. They didn't score a goal in the period, which very used to that, and they also didn't let up a goal. So, whatever. I'm not gonna bash them too much for that. Second period, they get scored on 3 times, 3-0, and it wasn't even like yesterday's game where it was like, oh, Barzell had a top 10 play of, you know, Sports Center. That Barzell goal was the #1 in Sports Center's top 10 today. So I mean, that was just impressive. I'm not gonna blame Hutton at all. And yeah, Jonas Johansson was in net. And like, I think he's better than Hutton, but either way, you know, it's just the defense and the players being out of position. You know, and this game was nationally televised, and those NBC announcers didn't hold back like these freaking Sabres announcers do. Like, they keep finding little excuses to say, like, oh, the Sabres didn't actually play that bad. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So anyways, I'm gonna get on many rants. I'm trying to discuss this. It's just how it's gonna be. Anyways. Yeah, the second period, they get scored on 3 times, and each goal was just, could have easily been avoided. if you just knew how to play defense, if the coach knew how to structure a defense. But clearly, as we've seen many times, he's incapable of doing that. He has ruined Yokiharu, he has ruined Dalin, he has ruined, like, why is Risto playing if he's not going to be healthy 100%? Why is he going to be playing? That's what I'd really like to know. He's completely ruined Colin Miller. I mean, he was okay to begin with, but now he's just a sad sack. Let's see, who else did he ruin? Brandon Montour he's ruined. One could argue he was never good to begin with and we shouldn't have traded for him. But let's just say, for the benefit of the doubt, let's say he was pretty good and was worth the Ghoulie and a second round pick. Which really wasn't that much. Because Ghoulie just got waived, and second round pick, I mean, the Sabres don't know how to use draft picks, so we wouldn't have done anything with that. But of course the Ducks will, but I digress. Brandon Montour, he's trash now. So I can't name a single defenseman that this guy hasn't ruined. I really can't. Oh, Sabres just tweeted, on to Philadelphia, where we're gonna get shit on again. I can't wait to see Brian Elliott, their backup, get another shutout against us. I really can't wait for that. Let's see, what else? So yeah, he's completely ruined the defense. I'm not gonna get on Jonas Johansson too much, because he's just gotten put in such an awful situation. And like he wasn't supposed to, you know, even be in the NHL this year, or if not, like he wasn't supposed to like split games with Hutton. That wasn't his intention for this season. You know, I'm gonna give Carter Hutton some shit because we picked him up, we got him in free agency. He was our starter. He had a really good year the year before he became a free agent. I mean, but he's old. He's an old bag now, and he sucks. Any goalie in the NHL is better than Hutton. But okay, anyways, on to the third period. Here's where it gets interesting. Jeff Skinner scores his first goal in over a year, since February 29th, 2020, and so that makes it a 3-1 game. And again, I'm like, okay, this doesn't matter, but good for Jeff Skinner. I'm very happy for him that he finally got the jitters out. All like the BS on luck. Finally, some luck came his way. Then Colin Miller scores. Who I still think Colin Miller should never touch the ice again. He's that bad. Like the NBC announcers were actually roasting him in the first period. It was pretty funny. Colin Miller scores to make it a 3-2 game, and even then I was just like, there's no way in hell that this team, there's no way in hell that they're going to be staging a comeback. I know this team doesn't have it in them with motivational speaker Ralph Kruger. Well, lo and behold, I was right, because guess what? Cal Clutterbuck scored his second goal in two games. 2 goals in 2 games. Cal Clutterbuck has more goals, or equal to the. I'm pretty sure he has more than 2 goals, I would imagine. But he has scored just as many goals against the Sabres alone than Jack Eichel has scored against any team all season. Jack Eichel. Like, who is this? I'm gonna say it. Who is this imposter? Yeah, I know it's a meme right now, but who is this imposter that has taken over Jack Eichel's body? You know, because that is not the real Jack Eichel. Like, what is going on? And like, yeah, he's getting assists, but they're all like secondary assists, and he's just been invisible on the ice. You know, years prior, you'd see him on the ice, and you could just see like, oh, he's about to do something electrifying. Now I don't even, oh god, now I don't even notice when he's on the ice. But you know, years prior, you'd always know when he's on the ice. He's just one of those players. And I don't know what the hell is happening. He's our captain. And again, you gotta put some of the blame. Yeah, some of the blame is on Eichel, but again, some of it is on Kruger. What is Kruger doing? Like, why can't Kruger get his captain going? Why can't Kruger get any of his players going? Why can't Kruger get any of his defensemen going? I thought he was supposed to be a quote-unquote motivational speaker coach. What happened to that? Why is the entire team so demoralized and unconfident? And if you're a motivational speaking coach, quote-unquote. So Cal Clutterbuck makes it 4-2. And then I just knew it. I just knew that this game was over because Sabres are 0-9 in their last 9 meetings against the Islanders, dating back to 2019. Sabres haven't beaten the Islanders since 2019. That was 2 years ago. And then, in those 9 games, they have yet to score. They haven't scored more than 2 goals. And so I just knew it wasn't going to happen. So Sabres scored. So I just knew it wasn't gonna happen. I'm sorry I'm sounding like a broken record. It's just starting to get insane for me. But so then they pull the goalie with like 3 minutes left, and I just knew it. Okay, they're getting scored on within 20 seconds, and yeah, I was right, because I knew exactly what the makeup of this team is. I don't even know who scored. It was Brock Nelson. Brock Nelson scored an empty netter to make it 5-2, having the Sabres take a loss for the 3rd straight game against the Islanders to score a 5-2. Embarrassing. Anders Lee has 12 goals this year. 6 of them have been against the Buffalo Sabres. And I made a tweet about this, looking at former Sabres and seeing how they've been doing. So I made a list. So Wayne Simmons, who hasn't played in a month, has 5 goals this year, more than Eichel, Skinner, and Hall combined. Well, not anymore. They have the same amount. Eichel, Skinner, and Hall combined this year has 5 goals. Now that Skinner has 1, which is still embarrassing. Like 5 is better than 4, but it's still a really low number. But anyways, Connor Sheary has 5 goals on the Capitals. What's his name? Oh god. I need to upgrade this gun. Let me just pull it out actually. Let me grab this tweet real quick. Also, I want to hear Ralph Kruger's freaking press conference. Oh yeah, Jimmy Vesey, the guy that we traded for twice and has left us twice, has 5 goals on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Ryan O'Reilly has 8 goals and his point per game. Why in God's name did we trade him? Moreover, why did we trade him away for nothing? Because that's what we got for him. Nothing. Ryan Johnson is our only hope in making that trade good. And like, yeah, Ryan Johnson's alright. I guess for now, it's a little too early to tell. But either way, it's very, very unlikely to see that guy making that trade worth it. Let's just put it that way. Very unlikely that trade makes it worthwhile for the Sabres. Unless Ryan Johnson somehow becomes like a stud, shutdown, Brent Burns, Ryan Suter type defenseman. Because that's basically the only piece that we got left. Patrick Berglund just straight up quit on the team after 5 games. Sobotka played like Sobotka. Career ruined. Life is a joke. And then who else do we get? I don't even know because they're definitely not in the team anymore. And then they get a Conn Smythe Trophy winning, first line center, franchise center maybe even. Like, it's a joke. It's a joke. So, and then Evander Kane has 7 or 8 goals and is almost point per game. He's like 19 points in 23 games. So that's fantastic. I need to get some armor. Ah, fuck. And then, let's see, who else? Tyler Ennis has 2 goals, 4 assists, same amount of goals as Eichel. I need to kill this guy. Dominic Cahoon, the guy that we didn't sign, and instead we signed Cody Eakin. He has 4 goals. I don't know what I'm gonna do here, I'm kinda fucked. Let's see who else. This is kinda fucked, I need this so badly. Alright, sweet. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Let me get this oh shit, it's already see what these clowns have to say. Can't speak.
That created a
Individual.
and yeah, it was extremely disappointing that caught paste and the psychology or the execution of it is
buzzword.
Is something that we have to continue to address. There was at least a reaction in the third today, but in the end we needed a result. We didn't get it.
Where have I heard that before? One of these freaking reporters need to just bust him a new one. You need to tell him what the fuck just happened.
Yeah, there's no question that that piece of the third period where you could feel a certain bite in a fight compared to the past 2 games, and you get back to 3-2, and then 3 minutes later you give up a breakaway, which was very disheartening again for a group that's looking for a positive result and positive finish. And I thought the character at that point in the fight was something that I'll agree with you. You need to react to the first goal against like that. You need to react, earning a game like that. We will take that certainly as a piece of how and what we need to do. But again, the quick 4-2 goal was just really self-inflicted, and
Cal Clutterbuck
from that wound. Although we did press onwards, but sadly couldn't get the point tonight.
Sadly.
How much could you? I mean, we saw Jeff's smile. He just looked relieved. How much?
You as a coach should not be sad. You should be fucking pissed off.
Yeah, I mean that's certainly something for Jeff Skinner, who's measured his whole career on goals.
Oh, don't pretend that you like Jeff Skinner now.
That 0 out of the way is an encouraging sign moving forward. We need to get the goal scorers confident. We need them to be able to execute, to get us leads, to be able to neutralize goals against quickly, like we just spoke about. I'm happy for Jeff that he got that out of the way.
No, you're not.
Now we need to build on that.
I realize this is a broad question, but what's next? I mean, I know you mentioned a few things. Just
what's next is you
but just overall,
get in the boot.
Next? What do you do?
Well, you certainly have to digest it. We have to look at the health of the players and the energy of the players, and it's either a day before a game, a day after a game, or a game day. And right now it's again tomorrow going to be a day before a game, and my job is to prepare this group.
Your job is to coach,
the individual mistakes that we've been making here,
that you haven't been doing,
are something we need to address. What is it that's causing breakdowns in coverage of the type that we did not see.
It's your defensive scheme that you keep preaching every fucking game.
A habit, and they're just killing us defensively. We're giving
You're
up
killing
much more
us.
in the D zone, so there will be hockey technical things that you look at, but above all, it will be continued work on the psychology of the situation and getting out of it. I mean,
there's that buzzword again.
These aren't easy times, but truly they are times where you could grow and learn if you take the right lessons out of it. We need to find lessons right now and really evaluate everything that's within our control as coaches and work together with the players to pull ourselves together. And the only way we're going to get out of this is with a group effort and with a commitment. To our game for 60 minutes, which we've been unable to do of late.
Well said, Ralph. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're such a clown. I cannot believe what I just heard. You've just lost 7 straight games. I can. 7 straight games. And you're sounding the same exact way that you do after the first loss. And you keep up. You have not once held yourself accountable. Not once have you said, "Oh yes, maybe we should change something up a little bit." Not once did he ever consider that maybe he was at fault, because he just wants to save his pathetic job. He wants to save his scrawny ass. That's what I gather from that. It's a joke. It's one big cruel joke. And I really don't like cruel jokes. They're not funny. Yeah, and so there's a couple resources I used for my hockey knowledge. There's a couple good YouTube channels out there. So this one guy, the hockey guy, I've been following him for a couple years now. He just came out with this power ranking video and had the Sabres ranked below the Seattle Kraken, who aren't even a team yet, dead last, stating, yes, they're just bad. Couldn't agree with you more. And then there's this other video, oh lord. I need to get quick revive so I can heal faster. It's just... I don't know. You know what? I might actually shift gears here for a second. I might go ahead and play some search. I don't know. I grow tired. Not of the zombies. That's what I do to kind of vent my anger, but I grow tired of the Buffalo Sabres. Just kill me, zombies. Put me out of my misery.